We have business paper 2, May, June 2022. We have a case study. Case study for Man City Bakery, MB. Main City, sorry. Man City. Yeah, it said explain 4 reasons why government might support business startups based on the case study. The case study is there, but before I go into the case study, government would support business startups because of the macroeconomic objectives of government, like increasing to support entrepreneurship. And to support entrepreneurship, it means government is trying to encourage more businesses to set up. And when more businesses set up, it increases the output of the economy, which will bring about economic growth. Do you understand? So, to support entrepreneurs, with government support, entrepreneurs may be encouraged to set up businesses as government guarantees consistency in support. If government comes up with support, it means it's ready to do it. Government will not do it and stop. Private businesses could do that, people can do that. But when it comes to government, they would have come up with that idea based on constitution. So it is backed by law, so it will be consistent. Do you understand? 2, to increase tax revenue. Government will support startup businesses to be able to make profit. And as soon as they make profit, what happens? They'll be able to pay taxes on their profit. Okay. The 3rd one, to reduce unemployment. And as soon as new businesses set up, they start growing with government support. They'll be able to expand and employ more workers. And the last one is to increase competition. So I wrote, new businesses will increase consumers' choice as more substitutes will be available. So these are the reasons why government might support startups. Any question about that? So move on. So question 1B. So consider the benefits of, for market research and resources. So in appendix 1. So based on the case study and the appendix 1. So for market research, I wrote, it shows that producing cake may be successful as 70% of respondents want to buy cake. Based on the appendix here, 70% want to purchase cakes as well as bread from the bakery. So through the market research, it will be able to know that producing cake will be successful or producing bread will be successful. 70% wants to buy it. That's the market research analysis. It allows Yasin to identify the market for eating bread. That the market for eating bread is for all ages. So it's not like it's segmented. So every age group will eat bread. Clear? The 3rd point I made there is that the use of local ingredients to make production is important. So based on the case study, they said 70%, 85% want products made using ingredients from local suppliers. So it means there's emphasis laid on using domestic ingredients. Clear? For resources, I wrote, it helps to calculate the amount of capital needed to buy the bakery equipment. Okay? 2, it allows effective planning of the bakery. When you have the analysis, that means you can plan effectively for the bakery. You have the resources available. You get it or not?
Yes.
And last one I wrote, it helps to state the cost of set up a bakery and to set up a bakery and its external source of finance, if external sources for finance is needed. Here they said $3,000 for startup supplies and ingredients. The rent of the bakery is this, $10,000 to buy bakery equipment. So all in all, you will understand the cost of setting up a bakery. So understanding the cost of setting up a bakery means you would know if the amount of money available with you is enough or you need external source of finance.
Okay.
Do you get it? So with this analysis of resources, Yasin will be able to know if it needs more money to complete the business or not, to complete the bakery or not. Is it clear now? Any question about that? So my conclusion, market research is important as this will allow Yasin to know if the opening of the bakery will be successful. Without customers, will be successful. Why? Because without customers, you don't even talk about a business. So with this information, you already know that, you have these numbers of customers that would be willing to buy. Then you can go ahead. Not about resources. Because here, if you are talking about the resources, the resources will bring about the bakery. But what about the customers? You need the customers because a bakery is more of market-oriented.
Yes.
Do you understand? Not like product-oriented. You need to ensure that whatever bread you are producing, people are willing to buy them. If not, it becomes a waste. Is it clear?
Yes.
Any question about that?
No.
So go to question 2. Let's start with first. Go to question 2. What?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see something.
Market research. We're not doing about resources. We're not market research.
Research is different from resources. Resources are information about things you need for the business.
We're not like market research will give you about it like that resources.
No, market research. Market research talks about information, opinion about people, about regarding your product. That is what market research will talk about. The cost, these are estimates, these are feasibility studies about your business. You can't get that from external source. It's your business. So you have to source for information about the price of equipment, the price of the customers will do that for you. Your research, who are those you are researching on? You are researching on respondents.
Yes.
You want to get information about them, about what you are supposed to, what you're about to produce. So the resources are what will help you to put the business in order. Capital, the cost of equipment, and the rest. Okay. What you will be doing, your operations, what you want to produce is the bread, right? Those ones, you need customers' opinion to be able to determine if producing it is going to be a success or not. Okay. That's the difference between research and resources. The resources are what brings up the business. The market research is about what the business will be selling. You understand? Clear now? Yes. So we go on. Explain one benefit and one limitation to the Yasin of using a break-even chart. A break-even chart helps to show the margin of safety, yes, which is the predicted sales above the break-even. Because margin of safety is predicted sales minus break-even sales. Is it clear? Good. The limitation I wrote is that it assumes that all outputs will be sold. It assumes that all outputs will be sold. Yes. That's why we're talking about break-even. It doesn't put into consideration those outputs that will not be sold, which are part of the inventory. So in the case of bread or cake, they might even got spoiled, and the amount they might be discarded, and the amount they won't account for it. They won't count it. Yes. Do you understand? So you assume that all outputs are sold. That is your analysis, that all outputs will be sold. Okay. But in a real sense, they are not all going to be sold in a day. What is the advantage? Yes. Fixed costs and variable costs, it's difficult to separate or split fixed costs and variable costs. That's another problem about break-even analysis. There. Yes. I'll move on now. Go to question 2B, I think. Consider the following 2 ways MB could achieve lean production. Which is the best way for Yasin to choose? You know, when we talk about lean production, we're talking about reducing waste to improve quality, and improving quality. That is lean production. So one of the methods of lean production is casing, which is continuous improvement, and just in time, which means you make order based on you request for raw materials or components based on orders that has been made. As soon as order comes in, you make requests for your raw materials. That's case just in time. So for casing, for the benefit of casing, one, it gives employees the opportunity to suggest how continuous changes may improve the efficiency of the bakery. Small continuous change, you know, casing is continuous improvement. And who are those that needs to be improved? The employees, what they do. So with casing here, it allows the employees to discuss with Yasin on how small changes could lead to big improvements. Clear? Because casing is continuous improvement. So that means little by little, we will change things and they will get better. You get it? So another advantage or benefit is that it increases productivity and efficiency, as there's less time between the baking process. When you use casing, now we want to ensure that every now and then we improve on our production process. So if we use 10 minutes today, we want to try to use 7 minutes tomorrow. So as time goes on, those small changes will become better, and the time in which our production process will take will be so short. And that is what efficiency is about. Did you get it?
Less important than
More output and less inputs. Do you get it? Because it's going to be based on the time at which you are able to use that input to produce the output. Clear?
Yeah.
Then the setback. Yasin may lack the skills to effectively plan the bakery layout, which means he might have to employ skilled workers. You know, it's a layout, it's a plan. Just in time casing, their plans, their layout for the business.
Yes.
So if Yasin might not have the experience and expertise to make a layout plan, so that means it needs an expert to do that, and that means you have to pay for that specialist. A small business or a business that is just coming up that have to pay specialist workers or skilled workers to do something, it increases its cost. It's not ideal for the business at that time. Clear? That's about casing. Then we go to just-in-time inventory control. For just-in-time, it reduces the cost of holding inventory such as flour. It reduces the cost of, because just-in-time means production is linked, or order for inventories are linked to production. So if there's production now, if we have to produce now, we make an order for raw materials. So as soon as we receive an order from our customer, we make an order to our suppliers. So they give us the component that will produce what we have to produce. So that means we're not going to be spending on stocks that we don't need. Clear?
Yes.
So 2, the bread and cakes made will be fresh due to using fresh ingredients. Customer satisfaction may be guaranteed. Just in time means that we get the raw materials or components or ingredients because we want to make bread right now. So everything will be fresh. Just like sometimes I go to the bakery, I want to buy bread, I look out for the fresh ones. If I get there, they're not hot and the rest, I just go back. So that is what just in time we think about. Clear? So customers are satisfied because they bought what they really wanted to buy.
They charge less.
Yes, they might be able to charge. Yeah, they might be able to charge higher prices. But one thing is this: when you look at lean production, they want to ensure that quality is improved and waste is reduced. So, if quality is improved, it allows them to charge higher prices.
Even with case.
With casing, yeah, you'll be able to charge higher prices, or you continue to charge the same price, but at a reduced cost. Because now with lean production, cost of production would have fallen. So your cost of production is falling, your price can remain the same way, but you'll be making profits.
Because there will be just.
Yes. Is it clear? Yes. Then my recommendation, I recommended casing. Why? Because it's the most appropriate, as it saves time between tasks performed, which means bread and cakes can be produced at a shorter period of time. This may increase output and revenue. It's continuous improvement. So we are spending 5 minutes today. We want to ensure that we spend 2 or 3 minutes tomorrow. So this time, before we know it, we start doing things faster than how it used to be. That will increase output. Increasing output means we'll be able to sell as soon as possible to make more revenue.
Yes.
Fair.
Yeah.
So go to question 3. Explain 4 ways Yasin can advertise MB's products. I use social media. Why do I talk about social media here? I talk about social media because it can, social media is a platform that everybody can be there. And Yasin mentioned, based on the case study, that it uses imported components, right? Yes.
Yeah.
It uses imported components. MB bread is freshly made every day in the bakery, which is located at this. Yeah, the bread is then sold. And the third paragraph uses packaging that cannot be recycled. Yasin also buys the cheapest ingredients, most of which are imported. So these are what people want to hear. Oh, there's a bakery that uses imports raw material ingredients from abroad. This is a story that people want to hear.
Mm.
So you can use the social media for that. Do you get my point or not?
Yes.
Social media, you can use it to advertise. But when you're using social media, you need to come up with a content that is attractive,
Yes.
that people want to see.
That's a USP because they're important.
They have what?
USP, it's unique selling point.
Unique selling point, yes.
Important.
Important, yes. So that's what people will look out for.
Mhm.
So it's social media is good for such because people will make comments about it.
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah.
So it can use local newspapers.
Yes.
So for local newspapers, what can Yasin do with local newspapers? It could attach some in the the space Yasin is going to buy in the local newspaper. Yasin could attach a voucher to it. So whoever buys the newspaper sees the voucher, cut it off to buy bread or cake at a reduced price.
That says promotion.
No, that's not system. It's advertisement. It goes through media.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes.
It's not direct discount here. It's a voucher attached to the newspaper. So because you bought the newspaper, you will see it there. It's a local newspaper. Locals will buy it. So as soon as they buy it, they see the voucher. They rip off the voucher to take to the bakery. Clear?
Yes.
Posters. It can be pasted in the window of the bakery. This might attract passers-by. Okay.
Yes.
And the last one I wrote is word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yes.
Okay.
Existing customers, because they are satisfied with your bakery, because they are satisfied with what you sell, they will recommend your bakery, they will recommend your bread to customers, potential customers. That should increase your sales.
Word of mouth.
Yes, word of mouth.
Okay.
If your bakery, if the quality is lacking, they will use the word of mouth to damage your reputation. So they can also use the word of mouth to make referrals. So it's a free advertisement for you. It's a free advertisement. It's a free one. People talk about your products.
But with the risk. Yeah. It's free with the risk because they might talk about your product in a bad.
Yeah, that is if your product lacks quality, what do you expect of them? They won't say a good thing about it. It's just like talking about good teachers too. You won't talk about good teachers without results. Do you get it?
Yes.
So you will link a good teacher with results. You link a bad teacher with results. So it depends on the result is the quality. So here, if the bread is quality, I will refer it to you. I will refer it to every other person. And if the quality is not there, I will say it to more than even the people I have to say it to buy.
I think it's a good quality because in the last question, we were talking about lean production.
Yes, so for lean production, it's always about improvement in quality.
Which would mean that word of mouth will be beneficial.
It's beneficial here.
Okay.
Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay. So go to 3B. Those are two options outlined in Appendix 2. So go to Appendix 2. Okay. Which option should Yasin choose? Justify your answers using appropriate calculations. That was what they didn't say. So option 1 is about small cupcakes.
Yes.
I wrote, it has higher sales of 3,900 monthly. Do you get that?
Yes.
Okay.
Higher sales like 2,900.
Monthly, more than, yeah, larger than option 1.
Yes.
I think that one is, the point is clear there.
Yeah.
2, the total cost is 5,000.
Okay.
Monthly. Are you with me? The addition, did you add, when you add it together, that's what it's going to give you. 4,000 multiplied by 0.5, which is 2,000 plus 3,000, that's 5,000. Is it clear? Do you want me to write it out or it's fine like this?
No,
okay, good. So the total cost here is 5,000. The total revenue is 8,000. Clear?
Yeah.
Because you're going to, it's 2 per cake and 2 multiplied by 4,000 is 8,000. Clear? The profit is total revenue minus total cost, which is 8,000 minus 5,000, which is 3,000, which is 1,000 more than option 2.
Okay.
Calculating option 2 is to give you 1,000 less.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
So break-even output is 2,000 cupcakes. The break-even output is 2,000 cupcakes. Now to get your break-even, fixed cost divided by contribution, which is sales price, selling price minus variable cost. I think that is clear.
Yes.
So the large birthday cake, The total revenue is 6,000 because it's 60 multiplied by 1,100. Clear?
Yes, yes.
The total cost is 4,000. You know how?
It's 3,000. 10 times
100 plus 3,000. That's 4,000. The profit is total revenue minus your total cost, 6,000 minus 4,000, which is 2,000. 2,000 minus 3,000, that's the 1,000 difference there. Clear?
Okay, yeah, less.
Yeah. And the break even will be 60.
60, yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
So my recommendation, I've done the analysis, now the recommendation. So option 2 is preferable because the gross profit margin is 8.33 different. That's 83.3% minus 75%.
Which is
8.33%. Higher.
Yeah, more than.
Also, there is prediction in the sales that the sales growth is high. That means there's a prediction in this. There's a prediction that sales will be higher in the future, which means profit may increase in the future.
Yes.
So going for option 2 is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go to question 4. Explain one advantage and one disadvantage of Yasin using a democratic leadership style. For democratic leadership style,
okay,
the advantage is one, it involves the employees, which means it increases their innovation, motivation, sorry, it increases their motivation.
Okay.
So how does it improve motivation? Because their involvement means they feel valued. They feel valued, not empowered. That is, the empowerment will come with delegation.
Okay.
Here, you only seek for their opinion,
yes,
suggestion about decisions you want to make. So calling them alone involves them, makes them involved, gets them involved. This would make them to be hardworking because they are part of those that make the decision. If not the one that make the decision, but they are part of those that contribute to the decision. So they wouldn't want to fall back. They want to ensure that whatever has been decided upon is achievable. So there's motivation there because they are consulted. You are part of decision making there. So that gives you motivation to do more. Clear?
yes,
And that will increase productivity. The problem about democratic leadership style is that employees might lack the experience needed.
Yeah.
You need them employees, yes. But when you call them, when you consult them, or when you call them to give opinions, what about if they lack the skills and knowledge or expertise or experience to contribute? So that means there's no point. They don't have meaningful impact. Do you get it or not?
yes,
Democratic leadership style relies on people to be part of making the decision. But if these people we're talking about do not have the experience, the skills needed, it means they won't be able to contribute meaningful decision, and they won't have any impact, which is the reason why there's democratic leadership style to impact on decision making. But now that you don't have, you can't give what you don't have. Do you understand? So when they don't have it, they can't give it. That is the problem. You rely on them, but there's nothing they could offer you.
You might make a decision that made like they don't want to be made, but that's the best decision you've made. You can make because their opinion is lacking. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, they lack the experience. Not that they don't have experience. They can't give opinion. But the point is, the opinion, whatever they need to talk about, it should be something useful. It should be a useful or meaningful contribution. But if they lack the experience to give a meaningful contribution, then it becomes waste. So why using democratic style? Why wasting your time? Why can't you just be autocratic and take your decision? Yes. Because your employees lack the expertise or lack the experience to give you information that is needed. Clear? B. 4B. Consider the following 3 ways Yasin could improve the ethical image of MD. Which way would be most effective? Justify your answer. Buying all ingredients from the local suppliers, using only environmentally friendly packaging, increasing wage rates to 20% above the legal minimum wage. So we start with buying all ingredients from local suppliers. The benefit is that it supports local community as flour produced by local businesses. So the advantage is that you're supporting your community.
Also, I think they said 80 or 75, 85% or 70% once, I think it's 80
Local
local
ingredients
ingredients.
for the supplies.
Yes.
Two, cost of delivery will be less, and delivery will be faster, bringing about efficiency in production because it's local supplies. So they're within your environment. It's not importation that will take longer. So you get the cost of delivering it to you will be cheap, and the turnaround time to produce will be faster. Clear.
Yes.
And if it is faster, it is about efficiency. Clear.
Yes.
Then the setback. Local suppliers will not have varieties of ingredients, which may restrict the production of bread. Yasin would have its own reason for importing ingredients, maybe to make bread or cakes that are that looks more international. But the local suppliers might not have those ingredients, so it restricts the kind of output Yasin will be having if it's only about local supplies. You get it or not?
Yes.
Using only environmentally friendly packaging. The benefits: it improves the brand image of the bakery, which may be more attractive to customers who are environmentally conscious. It won't be affected by the new environmental laws because it's doing what is in line. It's complying. Do you understand? If you're not complying, that means you might be fined. You pay more. It increases your cost and expenses. The setback about using environmentally friendly packaging: it is likely to be expensive than the current packaging, and not all customers will be willing to pay high prices. Compliance: compliance means you're going to pay more. But if you are doing that, yes, quality will improve, efficiency will be there. But how are you going to be able to spread the cost or to transfer the high cost on customers? Because some customers are always conscious about price.
Yeah.
So most of the time, customers will not be able to pay higher prices. So what's the point being environmentally friendly? That is the narrative. You get it? Being environmentally friendly is a cost, because you pay more for compliance to get equipment that are environmentally friendly. All these things are not easy.
Yes.
You get it?
Yeah.
Increasing wage rates. For increasing wage rates, this could motivate employees according to Taylor's theory of motivation. Clear?
Yes.
So it might become easier to employ new workers, as they may be attracted to higher rates of pay. So when you increase wage rates, so potential employees would know. They would want to work with you because the wage rate is increasing. The wage rate is increasing.
Yes.
So when wage rate increases, the supply of labor would increase. Workers will be willing to work because they are attracted to the wage. Is it clear? The setback: wage costs will be higher, which increases the cost of production and lowers profits. Clear?
Yeah.
My recommendation: paying minimum wage. Why do I choose paying minimum wage? I choose paying minimum wage because the 3 employees will stay.
Okay.
MB will be able to retain the 3 employees, and those 3 employees will be able to discuss or talk about the bakery to their relations or friends and family, and that would encourage local customers to buy from the bakery. This is how it works. When you increase the wages of your workers, these workers are local people, right? So increasing their wages means that they are happy. The bakery environment is conducive for them. They know that if sales are not coming, the wage will fall again. As a result, they want to be part of those that will encourage people to buy. So they're going to tell their friends, they're going to tell their family, they're going to tell close relations. All these people are locals. So it will attract them to buy in that bakery.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yes.
And that will improve the image of the bakery. And if the image is improved, what happens? Revenue would rise. Any question about that?
No.
That's all. Oh. Oh, okay. So that's question 4.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
So that ends that ends paper 1, paper 2,
Yes.
May, June 2022. So go to May, June 2023.